The program is called Breaking Barriers, and it does exactly what the name implies. The goal of the program is to teach English as a second language, but actually it breaks down those barriers between the language barriers and the cultural barriers between the Hispanic community and our community. It's pretty easy to stay within our own circles and love on people that are like us, you know. To me, reaching out to people who maybe not speak the same language or not from the same culture, really, I think I got more out of it than they got out of it.
When we began the program, we called it a pilot. It was a 12-week term, kind of an experiment, but we really weren't aware that we would get this close to the students. We had a couple socials, and the interaction of the sponsors brought friendships to light. One thing when Daryl and I talked about this initial planning, he said all we have to do is love on these students. So I make sure the entire team knows who these students are. Some of them don't even have any formal education in their country. So we just make sure we understand where they are and love on these students. When you stop and think that 12 weeks ago in October, 16 students got on a redemption bus, going to a church they didn't know, seeing teachers they had never met.
I just expected basically as a sponsor to pay for the books and not really have a whole lot of interaction with my student, but that didn't work out that way. So, and I'm glad it didn't.
One of the things that we saw is we were asked to come over for a breakfast one morning with one of the groups, went over to the home, and actually what they were doing is that they found out that there was a need, and when somebody either is ill or maybe has an accident or whatever it might be, they will come together as a group, and they will maybe cook up something, and they'll sell that and see it as a charitable operation to raise money to help support those families in their need. I think that's probably the way that Christ expected us to take care of our communities. So we've seen a very rich community spirit that's been very, very representative of what we hope should strive for within our own communities.
As Christians, we all have our mission fields, and for anybody out there thinking about starting a program or getting involved in a program like this, just do it, and there'll be a lot of support and help for that, I believe.